Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, festive greetings, whatever you celebrate. Now, I'm going to warn you right now, this one might get a little bit offensive because this week I'm playing Santa at the Hollywood Improv for a Christmas roast of me, Santa Claus. And so I figured this show already happened. And because it happened last night, Friday, the 22nd, I'm going to put this one out early as a special holiday gift to all of you listeners. Normally these come out on Monday. This one's coming out on Saturday. So you don't even have to worry about listening to it on Christmas. Although if you do, that is a special extra present that you give yourself, the gift of presents. So here we go, everybody, for the holiday Christmas roast. And to be honest, I don't know how this is going to go. I'm used to roasting chestnuts over an open fire, but roasting Christmas characters, that seems unseasonably cold. Are you getting chills yet? But something tells me this experience will be magical because I know all of you believe in me. First, thank you to everyone for putting out the milk, except those of you who put out non dairy alternatives like I'm some sort of West Hollywood choir boy. Soy is for Mexicans who want to tell you about themselves. As Mrs. Claus says when I'm jingling my balls on her chin, give me that old fashioned thick cream. I didn't get festively plump by accident. So, let's go ahead and unwrap this present. Merry Christmas, you dirty whores, or should I say, ho, ho, hoes. Am I still allowed to say Merry Christmas, or have the woke anti joy progressives shoved that one back into their stockings? Well, I'll shove a lump of coal straight up my ass before I stop celebrating the greatest holiday in the non Muslim world. Their Christmas is, of course, 9/11. I could fly my sleigh into a building too if I go a little too hard on the eggnog, and Rudolph over there won't share some of that delicious powdery snow that makes his nose light up like the end of a blunt. Speaking of Rudolph, hey, Antlerhead, I've heard of a brown noser, but a red noser? What kind of chlamydia laden fur traps are you sticking your face in? I told you to stay away from Vixen. Leader of the reindeer? That's like being the smartest kid in special education class. I used to get picked on by the other kids too, Rudolph, only I didn't cry about it. I simply poisoned their parents, then watched them get shipped off to a foster home to live with the other garbage children who don't get real presents. By the way, why does your nose light up every time you look at Mrs. Claus's tits? If you want to get weird, I'm happy to drop the sled and instead run a train. Speaking of things that should have been aborted, it's Cindy Lou Who. I don't blame you for getting up in the middle of the night, Cindy Lou Who. Santa can't make it through the night either. I dribble more than a WNBA point guard. By the way, take a bath, sweetheart. You smell like a 6-day-old roast beast. And why do you look like a little kettlebell with that hairdo? Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree. We gotta stop cutting you down for our own holiday amusement. Climate change is real. We are 3 years away from the North Pole becoming a tropical resort, and you do not want to see Santa in a Speedo. I may be barking up the wrong tree, but I hear if I light you up just right, you'll squirt figgy pudding. By the looks of you, you're the only Christmas tree with a Hanukkah bush. I bet your pubes are more tangled than your lights when you took them out of the box. You look great now, but soon you'll be like all the other homeless here in Hollywood. Filthy, rotting, sleeping on the side of the curb, and covered in the urine of 100 dogs. Oh, the menorah. Okay, this is embarrassing, but I don't really know you. You're a symbol of that other religion, and Santa don't really fucks with that. I support Jews, of course. Any house that I get to skip is a win in my book, although I can say, thanks for the films, Hollywood, but also, fuck you for thinking Tim Allen was the best choice to play me. Oh, there are so many better people than the guy that goes, "Bah, bah, 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 bah." You've been a bad boy lately, Mr. Menorah, bombing innocent children. In my religion, we don't kill the children, we just force them to blow us. Isn't that right, Mr. Scrooge? Mr. Ebenezer, did I see your pants stiffen when I mentioned pedophilia? Actually, Scrooge, I have nothing bad to say about you. I mean, not giving money to the poor, overworking your laborers, especially that little Cratchit fellow. Only a true evil miser would do such a thing. We run our factory the same way, so respect, old man. You look like Gandalf if he ran an orphanage. You've got more lines in your face than I've put up my nose. Look at that mug. Your skin is so loose it might as well be Mrs. Claus's pussy after the elves give her some schnapps. I told you all this might get a little filthy and offensive. Mrs. Claus, I'm sorry I had trouble giving you my North Pole, but hey, baby, it's cold outside, and you know I have trouble getting my Yule log up when I forget to take a Cialis. Sometimes I look at you and it takes me back to when we first met. I told you I wanted to visit every child in the world, and you told me that you always had a thing for Chris D'Elia. Be still, my heart, be still. Love at first sight. Behind every great man, there is a great woman pegging him to assert dominance. And you, Mrs. Claus, are an incredible worker. Your shop produces more toys than a Chinese doll factory. I wish we could have had children, but alas, I got a sled and you had a miscarriage. Too bad this next roasty didn't turn into an unborn puddle of sludge. It's Kevin Mcallister, the trout sniffer, the nosy little pervert, or as the French would say, your career will be over in 2 years. You, Kevin, are just like Hamas, taking all of your hatred out on the Jews because they decided to occupy your home. Ooh, you're lucky you're a white boy. If Home Alone 2 had been about a black child, it would have been over the second he walked into the Plaza Hotel. The rest of the movie would have been you huddled under a bridge with the pigeon lady. What a grade A sissy wagon you are. Crying because there were toppings on your pizza? I visit starving children all over the world that would happily suck the taint of a sewer rat just to get some nutrition. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Ah, finally, the Grinch. My nemesis. Did you eat some bad shrimp, Grinchy? You're looking a little green. What are you supposed to be, anyway? You look like a moldy cactus who stepped into a cloning machine with a pug. I hope you take it easy at the company party this year. Last year, the elves caught you shooting rubbing alcohol with a codeine cough syrup chaser. Your heart may have grown 3 sizes, but that isn't love. It's cardiomegaly. If Mount Crumpet doesn't have a good doctor, you'll be dead before the Whoville kids find out who stole their presents. And just like that, I must be going. Jolly old St. Nick has a lot of work to do. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm the CEO of Christmas, the Jeff Bezos, the Elon Musk. I work my little elves until they are so broken, the only job left for them is to be horse jockeys. And with that, Merry Christmas to all and all. Who cares? Fuck you. But please, buy tickets to my show at the Hollywood Improv on January 7th, Magoobies in Baltimore on January 10th, and of course, my new special, Brace Yourself, is coming on January 12th. I'm filming in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Tickets are available, but they are moving fast, so go get them, everybody. I hope you shared this roast. Go ahead and cancel me. I could use the exposure. Mwah!